Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 14 of Europa Universalis 4 as the Iroquois. I've decided in between episodes that what I am going to do is declare an OCB war on the Huron, just because I want something to do. It'll give us a few more neighbours. We're not going to take their territory. What we want to really try and do is vassalise them. We only have one out of our 3 relationship slots used, so we could potentially vassalise the Huron and Ottawa. We could eventually link those territories up with some colonies, and it would give us a couple of other neighbours and basically some more stuff that we can do. So one of the first things I want to do is go and start building a spy network there, just so we get a little bit more siege time. I've had a quick look at the ledger. The Huron have 15,000 troops, Ottawa have a further 10,000, so that's 25,000 total. We have slightly more. We are on the same tech. Actually, Ottawa's on Tech 6, which is a little bit worrying. What does Tech 6 actually give them? It gives them cavalry and extra tactics and infantry fire. Maybe we want to be careful with that one. Still, it is something I'm very much interested in doing, so I will carry on with that. It'd be nice if we could declare this war without them coming in, but I don't think that is going to happen. If we were to declare war at the moment, Ottawa would come in. We could call in the Shawnee. There's no guarantee they would actually help, though. Would they consider it a distant war still? No, they don't count it a distant war, so they may well actually move some troops in. Their military tech is also currently 5. Ideally, I'd like to get up to military tech 6. But that will take a little while to do. Current rate, it will be January of 1573. That's 10 years away. That's a considerable amount of time. We do have a general, so that is not too bad. I mean, we could get lucky and try and jump on them really quickly before they have a chance to respond. We could even sort of move through and try and catch Ottawa's army out first. Great Advisor has died, so that is our military guy. Manpower modifier or force limit modifier. Neither is particularly useful, so we'll get the force limit modifier. So I don't mind vassalising somebody that we can annex later because we're ahead on Diplo points, so it won't be such a bad thing to spend some of those Diplo points vassalising somebody. It would be nice if we could get a little bit more force limit. I don't think any of our buildings give us more force limit. I mean, we could always get the guy that gives us more force limit. Lose the stability or lose the ducats. Now, when we declare this war, because we're already at 3 stability, yeah, you lose 2 stability anyway. So, well, we've got the money. We'll just pay the money. So, do we want to reconsider hiring a national manpower... which one did we hire? Did I actually get the one that I wanted? Yeah, it is the land force limit modifier guy. So, assuming he sticks around, we could get another 4 infantry. So, that being the case, let's go and do that. And we'll try and make sure we've got the numbers. I'm not too sure that lack of tech may actually hurt us, especially if they do have cavalry. If we could just jump on their 10 stack with, you know, 3-to-1 odds, that might be enough to take them out, but it certainly is a big risk. Would we want to co-belligerise them? They don't have any allies. Neither do they, so we could certainly co-belligerise them. That is fine. And so we can call in our ally down here. We've also got our... Well, we don't have any vassals at the moment, but they've got another 21k troops. So we might be able to do something if we can jump on... providing they don't get all their army together. That's what's going to cause the issue, really. What are we into now? 64. We're actually... The time's going pretty quick. I mean, we are running on speed 4. We're already almost into 1565. This technology... 1572. Now, where are we falling behind? Well, we're still behind in admin. I did consider for a moment there maybe we just want to spend the money on military. Sorry, change our balance to military focus. But I don't think we really want to do that. As useful as it could potentially be, I think we still want to make sure we keep up on admin as well. Although getting some more production efficiency will be nice. We'll have an idea group. We probably won't start spending in there straight away. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. They've got forests there and forests there. So either way, we're going to be tacking into forests or wood. So it's all unfavourable ground. Let's just double check the numbers again. So we have 36,000. The Huron have 15 still. Ottawa have 10 still. So we don't massively outnumber them. We would do with the help of the Shawnee. That's providing they do actually come in and help. That's the only problem there. Yeah, we'll have the chance of the spy network going up because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make any difference at all. So it would be nice if we could get some bigger armies here. I'm going to assume that most of their armies are probably in the capital. In fact, we can have a quick little march around. Yep, so they've got a 15k stack there, which we could probably just jump straight into. And then it's most likely going to be that their army is there, yeah. So the question is, could we jump here onto this 15 stack and take them out before Ottawa can come and reinforce? That is going to be the issue. I mean, we could probably win that fight against Huron. They're on military tech 6 now. So I think we definitely need to be on military tech 6 before we attempt this. And we could probably do with having at least a couple of cavalry as well. So with that in mind, and I should have done that before I spent the money and the manpower, I'm just going to take away a couple of these infantry here. Select this unit, and I'm going to disband them, just so I can make some room. Although the force limit might actually go up by then, but I want to be able to get a couple of cavalry. We can take another admin tech, so let's go ahead and do that. Gives us some more production efficiency. I'm not going to pick my idea group yet. It does seem a little bit silly trying to do that at the moment. We might as well at least wait. We'll be able to build shipyards and the ability to steal maps. Not that it's all that useful. But it won't be long before we get our next Diplo tech. How many military points are we making per month? We're making 6. That's not a terrible amount. We are still looking at August of 72. It's already August of 66. So we've only got 6 years to go. Bear in mind it was 10 years when I started making this plan. So we are well within the realms of possibility. It's a shame we can't actually get a level 3 advisor for the military. Morale of navies is a little bit useless to us. We could get better relations over time. We could also get global tariffs. Again, I don't think either one is particularly useful. We're making good money, so let's go and get the Diplo guy. We might as well. Gain 100 population in Massachusetts. Brilliant. That's that colony halfway done already. Just have a quick look and see if there are any buildings that we would like to get. Again, nothing would give us a particularly huge amount of manpower. We can go and get one there. That will give us a few extra men to throw at our enemies. So I guess we're just going to wait the timer out until we get to August of 72. We can now get the next Diplo tech. So again, it puts us to, only one ahead now, so it is starting to even out. I don't really think we need to build the... we can't build ships yet anyway, I don't think. Yeah, we don't actually have the ability to build any ships. Even though we have a naval force limit, we don't have the ability to build any ships because we do not know of ships. And we do not know of sailors. Because we can't... Oh, hang on. What have we got going on here? Shawnee, the conquest of Era against Miami. It's a war that they have started. Well, of course we're going to accept. I don't even really think we need to get involved in this. Who is involved in this war? Yeah, basically the Shawnee, the Iroquois, Potawatomi, and the Susquehannock versus Miami. I think it's safe to say that I can go and put my army maintenance down at this point. I really don't think it's going to be an issue. Sure, those guys can win that on their own. So let's not bother them. There we go, they've squished their army. They're just going to go and siege out now. Put their entire army there and get a massive amount of attrition when they don't need to. So, well, at least that gets us a little bit more trust with them. You know, we didn't actually have to do anything. We didn't have to get involved there at all. Even these guys down here, the Susquehannock, just looked at it and went, yeah, I'm not going over there. Similarly, I am worried that... See, they don't ever seem to cross through uncolonized territory. So I can't really rely on the Shawnee to help me in this combat up here. Because I'm not terribly convinced that they're going to come over and help. Lose a stability or gain a corruption. We'll gain the corruption because we are making positive money. And that corruption will buy down quite quickly. So it's already down to 0.98. So we're now in March of 68. It's only a couple of years away before we can get that military tech. Is it still on the same date? It's actually pushed up to September now. It's obviously doing a little bit of rounding. 100% war score. You might as well peace out, dude. There we go. So Miami is now part of the Shawnee. They also owe us a favour. I assume they got some sort of mission to allow them to do that. Because they wouldn't have normally got a claim on it. They just declared for it. So yeah, it's going to be really, really advantageous being able to build cavalry. We want cavalry, also infantry fire and infantry shock. Infantry shock especially. If we go and look at our military, we are 0.35 and 0.65. So that 0.35 becomes 0.55 and that 0.65 becomes 0.95. So we get almost an extra 50% fire and we get almost an extra 30% shock. So we definitely want to be Tech 6 before we attack two people who are already Tech 6. Otherwise it's just going to be complete suicide. So as soon as we get Tech 6, we will increase our maintenance. We'll probably increase our maintenance in advance to get ready for that. We will take 2 cavalry. Don't really need any more. And cavalry are quite expensive, although they do a lot of damage. What is our flanking range at the moment? Flanking range. Yeah, I think flanking is just 1 tile until we get to level 10. Can never remember on them. We don't have access to the cavalry yet anyway. Although we do have some decent cavalry shock. So we'll just have to wait. We haven't got any real decent modifiers, to be honest. I like how we've got naval morale and naval tradition, but we don't even have a navy. Tiny little bit of military tactics. Tiny little bit of siege ability. Nothing really important there. Got our higher manpower cap now. Okay, so we're now 3 years away from being able to do this. We've got a 100%... Oh, a great advisor has died. Typically, it's the military one. And it's the one that actually allowed us to go over our force limit. So now we are over the force limit by 1. Diplomat has been caught in Huron. That is fine. Let's go... We're actually still making money, so we'll stay at the force limit for now. Can we do anything with you? Can we, like, steal maps or anything? Can support rebels. Can't steal maps yet. They don't have any regions not discovered by us as adjacent regions that we already know about. Okay, that's fine. We'll build spy network again as soon as we can, 30th of January. We'll just lose the prestige, you know, who cares at this point. Carry on building that spy network, just so we've got faster siege values against them. And we're now just like 2.5 years away from being able to do this. But at least we now have a morale of armies, guys, so that'll actually make life a little bit easier for us. Going with some extra morale. I still will get a couple of cav before we attempt to go in, because we will be fighting in woods, pretty much wherever we go. The whole place is woods. So yeah, all of this sort of green area is woods. Forest is the slightly darker green, but yes, pretty much all woods and forest. Towards the middle here, you've got a little bit of savanna and grasslands. What's this? Steppe as well. There's all sorts of stuff over here. You've got dry lands, you've got mountains, highlands. But yeah, certainly where we are, it's pretty much all forest. And all woods and some forest to the north. Military leader has died. I never use this view. I really should. I mean, it does look, you know, really, really good. Getting a base tax in Massachusetts. National unrest goes down. No, we'll just take the unrest. And I love the quality of the units. I've got most of... I think I've got all of the DLC content packs with the exception of Mare Nostrum. But you can really sort of see the changes in the weather and how the light changes. Here comes the snow. You can see our Native Americans there. The units do really look good. I really should spend more time using these view modes. It is nice. And you can see all the trees. You can usually see at a glance what type of terrain you're in. But yeah, pretty much always play on the political map mode because it just makes it easier to see where borders are. So we're already in March of 71. Any more buildings that we could build that would be even halfway useful? Goods produced anywhere that would give us anything. Nope, still pretty terrible. We could get a tiny little bit of manpower up there. I'm not technically sure that that's worth it. We could go and build some sort of forts or earthworks for more defensiveness. Again, it's really not all that important to do. So we're now in July of 71. So it's another autosave just going on for us there. And August. So we are just over a year away now. We want to continue to build this spy network when we can. Closer we are to 100%, the more siege speed we get. So carry on building that spy network. We might keep getting caught and keep getting kicked out, but that's fine. I don't care about that. Let's just have a quick look then and see how close we are to this now. It's August, September, October. It can't quite seem to make its mind up. We'll probably get to June. Once we get to June, we'll put our army maintenance up. Actually, no, we'll probably wait until we get to sort of July, because we'll still want to get the 2 cavalry as well. And we'll probably go in with one big giant death stack. We may well take some attrition, but that is fine. Again, we'll lose the prestige. I really do get annoyed by the same event that just keeps firing. And every time it's negative. It's like, well, you lose something or you lose something else. Nothing good ever comes of it. So there's March. We are now still saying September. That's fine. The corruption's actually slowing it down a little bit. Corruption is down to 0.33. So it's not too bad. There's May. Okay, getting very, very close now. And we're into June. So we'll just wait until after the autosave. Okay, here come the autosave. So let's go ahead now and put up our army maintenance. Still making money, even though we are over the force limit. So there is August. We can take our tech. So let's go ahead and take the tech. We got caught spying again. So what we want to do now is we want to grab a couple of cavalry. We are still over the force limit. That is fine. We'll sort of move you up because we want to get ready to go all at once. We will be taking attrition. That's understandable. 12th of November. I don't think we're going to bother building the spy network. I think we're just going to move over here. And we'll group together. So we will take a little bit of attrition here at the beginning of the month. We're waiting for that cavalry. And what I want to do is wait until... Let's speed down. Wait until the 2nd of December. And now I can do the usual trick of declaring a war. We will ask the Shawnee to come in. I'm not terribly convinced that they're going to help. We'll co-belligerize Ottawa. So let's come in. Yeah, we know that's going to cause a doubt. Actually, we don't have a military leader at the moment. I've just decided to change my mind there. I was going to do it on this month, but without having a military leader, that we're going to be in a really bad spot. So we could make our, actually we could make our ruler into the general. Just have a look and see what he's like. He's a 1, 2, 3. He's not great. I think I'll wait until we get 50. I think I'll wait until we get 50 military points and have a look and see what what a new general potentially could be like then. I'd sooner have a better leader than that. And yeah, I'm aware we are taking a little bit of attrition here, but we've got the manpower at the moment, so that's not too bad. So we're up to 47. Next month we'll be able to roll the leader. We'll only be able to do it once. See what we can get. There we go, 1st of April. I did pause, yep, so let's roll a leader. And we got one who is even worse. So I guess we will be going ahead and using our ruler. Let's go ahead and move you over into this province. Let's group up. Again, suffer a little bit of attrition. We want to go over to the 2nd of the month. So that way I declare war, and if they're not at full maintenance, even if they put their maintenance up, they're not going to get a maintenance tick. We will confirm. Before we do confirm, you're still on Tech 6. You're still on Tech 6. Okay. Declare war. Call everybody in. Confirm. Okay, there is the war. So we're going to take this army, and we are going to march straight in. And it would be nice if we could catch one of their armies out. We might have to try and bait them in if possible. They're not even at full maintenance there. They only seem to have 10,000. I wonder if they've reduced their units down. Where are we? We're looking for the Huron. The Huron have 10,000. And Ottawa have 8,000. They've actually both, they've either both been involved in a war, or they have reduced their numbers down for some reason. But both of them have significantly fewer units than they did when we were in the planning stage of this. Now, I think I will want to try and vassalize both of them. We did co-belligerize them. They should be the only people in the war. And indeed, they are. Now, we could go and stack wipe them, but I think what we'll do is we'll split the army up. We'll take half of it up here to go and find their 8 stack. We could chase them down. We probably should. And then we can sort of spread out and just do a carpet siege everywhere. There's their 8 stack, actually. So you're going to come down this way, are you? We'll try and kill you off there if we can. In fact, can we just engage you there? Can we? No, we can't get to you in time, can we? That's a little bit unfortunate. Not sure if you'll bother to try and come back and save your... So they weren't even at full maintenance. They've just put their maintenance up, literally. So that was a stack wipe there. We can they are locked, so that'll probably be a stack wipe. So you guys should move into there. And this should all work out quite nicely for us. That should be a nice little stack wipe going on there. I'd be very surprised if it isn't. Let's detach a siege and move into here. We are going to win this fight, but we'll take some losses doing it. You guys are marching down here, are you? Let's give chase. Let's try and stat wipe you if we can. You might be going all the way down there. We'll detach a siege. I know we're way over the force limit. Funnily enough, though, despite the fact we're over the force limit and we're reinforcing, we are still making money. Yeah, they are just moving into that province there. They did get a morale tick, which is unfortunate. But we are going to continue to move into their territory. And obviously we're carpet sieging, so they can't produce any more units. And that was another battle won. We didn't actually manage to get the stack wipe there. You've just built another unit that's going to get instantly wrecked. I'm not too sure if you got a morale tick there, but that should be the end of it to you. You've got nowhere to retreat to now. You're fully sieged. Or at least you're fully occupied. You did get away. You're actually moving in over there, which is a little bit concerning, but you should have got stack wiped. You're actually moving down there, are you? Well, we can move in there and take you out, I suppose. Let's just try and chase down their last few armies, but we'll do that in the next video because we have gone over time. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as the Iroquois. I will see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.